am legit staring at like $600 worth of makeup right now. At least. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is prime, and to prime I'm going to use probably the bougiest item on this table. One of the bougiest items on this table, not going to lie, because of what the title implies, obviously. I'm going to be using my YSL Touche Eclat Blur Perfecting Primer. This is very, very, very expensive. Very expensive. But it is a pretty good primer, I have to admit. It's a very good primer. And I'm also going to be spraying and mixing my Skindinavia, the makeup finishing spray. I use this to prime. Another really expensive product, but I think both of these are worth it if you are looking for, you know, a nice good primer, hydrating primer, and a good primer to kind of counterbalance that if you have combination skin, which I do. So I'm just going to grab one pump of the YSL primer and really just do a nice thin layer of this product, because with this product you really don't need a lot. While I let those set, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera because those take a long time to do, and I'll just be right back. Alright guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and use another very expensive product. These are the Artiste brushes in the Elite collection. I'm not necessarily sure how much this packet costs, but I know it's not expensive, and I'll pop up the price up here so you guys can be like, Zam Zaddy. This is the pack of 3. It has the oval 3, oval 6, and the linear 1. I'm going to go ahead and pop this open just so you guys can see what it do. Look at how nice these brushes look. They look like spoons, and I already touched and kind of felt them. I just wanted you guys to see the packaging as well. And they look like they're metal, but they're actually plastic, which I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a letdown. I wanted them to feel a little bit more luxurious and kind of heavy, you know, for the price. That's what I was expecting, but they're kind of even bendable, but they're very soft. This is gonna be my very first time, and I'm gonna use the oval, I think this is the oval 3, just to kind of clean up the concealer. That was super easy. Okay, Artiste. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to foundation now that our primer is nice and set. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Givenchy Photo Perfection Fluid Sunscreen Foundation. I am in the shade 6 Perfect Honey. I'm just going to go ahead and shake this up really nicely. I'm going to pop a couple of pumps onto the back of my hand. Then I'm going to grab it with a nice flat synthetic brush. This one is from Real Techniques. You guys know I like to work in thin layers. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint this on. And before I forget, because I haven't been getting the best sleep lately, I'm going to go ahead and also apply some of my LANCOME Teint Doll Color Corrector. This one is in the shade Peach, and I'm just going to pop this into my very inner corners where I have the most pigmentation and I have a lot of dark circles there. And this works for me. They do have a darker version than this one, but that one was too dark for me. I ended up giving that away. So I'm going to pop a little bit, because trust me, this stuff is so concentrated. You do not need a lot of this. A little bit of this goes a long way. And I'm going to grab it with my Sigma Buff and Blend and place it right here. See, like, look how pigmented that is. I'm just going to put this right here where I have the most hyperpigmentation. Sleep is already a difficult enough thing to do as an adult, like get enough sleep, but trust me, as a mom, it's like impossible. I haven't had like a really good night's sleep since I would say maybe 4 months pregnant, and that was back in 2013. I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out using my Artiste Oval 6. I can honestly say this is the softest brush I've ever felt in my life. Literally, like, no exageración, yo. This is damn soft. This is giving me pretty great coverage. Alright, I already know I love this foundation because I did a worth it or not on it. So I know I love the foundation. So I knew if anything were to go wrong or look kind of weird, it would definitely be the brush. But the brush did amazing. Alright, expensive, but it's looking like it's worth it. Where's my Sigma brush? Okay, I need to kind of pat this into my skin a little bit more, because I'm telling you, like, a little bit of this goes such a long way. You really don't need a lot. Okie dokie then. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to eyes. I'm going to let the foundation and the color corrector set before I go in with my layer of concealer. Definitely going to go ahead and just let that kind of do its thing, shorty. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of Translucence powder. This one is from LANCOME. This is the LANCOME Translucence powder in the shade Medium 20, I believe is what I got in it. And I'm just going to use this transition shade to set my eye concealer. By the way, to carve out my brows and to prime my eyelids, I used my Anastasia concealer. I love this concealer. Also, now, not the most affordable concealer out there, but it works so good and I love it for cleaning up and carving out my brows. Is the best. For eyes, I'm going to go ahead and work out of both my Givenchy palette. This is the Givenchy Nude Shimmering Nudes palette. Very expensive palette, but I really do enjoy this palette. Has good pigmentation, good quality, and a good shadow selection. And we're also going to be working out of the Kevyn Sculpting book, which also comes with these gorgeous eyeshadows. So that is what we're going to be working with today. Obviously, you guys saw the colors. We're not going to do anything too crazy, too wild. Story of my life. Alright, so to start this look off, I'm going to go ahead and grab this kind of peach color from the Givenchy palette, and this is going to work as our transition shade. I don't know why I remember this palette being more pigmented, because right now I feel like I'm not getting anything. Givenchy, what the hell? Was this not a good shade? I feel like last time I used this, I liked it, but I'm really not loving it right now. I'm just going to go ahead and grab Cool Tan from the Kevyn Sculpting book, and I'm just going to lightly dust this into my crease. There we go. Now we're getting some color there. Finally. I feel like I couldn't build up that palette at all. I don't know if it's because the shadows are baked. Like, are they drying out? I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and grab a more tapered blending brush. This one I just got in my BoxyCharm this month. This is the BMX 430 crease brush. And I'm going to go into Ruddy Earth, which is this gorgeous red tone brown. And I'm just really going to focus this in my outer V. These Kevyn shadows are so freaking pigmented. Zam. I really like these eyeshadows. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this Sigma brush, and I'm going to go into Starlight, which is this really pretty kind of like pinky color. And I'm going to place this all over my lid. Now, because I feel like we lost that Red Earth shade, I want to go back into more tapered brush. This is the perfect brush for that. This is my Vasanti Contour Eyeshadow 4 brush. And I'm going to go back into Ready Earth and just really build up the intensity in the outer V. Alright, now because I kind of messed up my brows with all that blending, I'm going to go ahead and use my Givenchy Mr. Groom brow. Yes, this is a luxury brow gel, but trust me when I tell you, this is the best brow gel. The best brow gel. For concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use my Givenchy Teint Couture Anti-Something Embellishing Concealer. This is a really interesting concealer. I've talked about this on my channel before, but it has it kind of has two sides. Can you see it? Can you see it? Hopefully. But there's like a more tan side and a pinky side, which also helps cancel out darkness, but also brightens the face, which is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and this is also a very creamy concealer. Gonna bring it all the way up here so I kind of slim the nose. So I'm gonna bring it here to the side so I can clean up my eye look, which if you ever go too ham on your eye look, just clean it up with the concealer. It's literally what it's there for. And I'm also gonna take this down my nose, zaddy. I'm gonna see if I can blend it out with my Oval 3. It's looking like I can, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's really weird not using my beauty blender. I am such a creature of habit, and I love using my beauty blender with concealers, and I haven't not used a beauty blender with my concealer in such a long time, but you gotta do what you gotta do. This is such a gorgeous, full coverage, just stunning concealer, and I don't really love crayon concealers. Not so much that I don't love them, I haven't found one that's really impressed me. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just really excited about this concealer and this brush. I was really afraid that with this concealer being as dry as it is, because it's not really a dry concealer, but it's a drier formula concealer, I was afraid that it was going to move my foundation underneath once I started blending it out, but it didn't. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer using my LANCOME Transluscence powder. This isn't the size that it comes in, so I got sent a sample, and I'm going to go ahead and set. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the excess now, or brush off the excess I should say. And I have found that by doing this trick, it's given me like the best lashes of my life. I don't know if that made sense. Did that make sense? Let me do it again for you guys. So all one way, like I'm going to brush them all to this side, and then I'm going to do it back the opposite way. and then straight up. And I don't know why this has been working for me. Maybe it's like, you know how like when you want to give yourself volume, so you blow dry your hair the opposite way and then toss it back? Maybe that's like how this is working with the lashes. I don't know. Wiggling works for my bottom lashes, but not my top lashes. Like if I wiggle my top lashes, for some reason, it becomes clump city in like a millisecond. For lashes, I am going to pop on lashes. I don't have any luxury or really expensive lashes, but I do have these beautiful pure lashes, which are in the style Bombshell. Got these in my BoxyCharm. They're super gorgeous, and I've honestly been waiting to wear them on again. You guys, I might fly away. Alright, moving on to the rest of the face now. I'm going to go ahead and go back into my Kevyn Aucoin sculpting book, and I'm going to get the sculpting powder, this guy right here, and I'm going to grab it with my Morphe M143 brush, and I'm going to sculpt out them cheeks. Because since we went with a smoky eye, honestly, nothing pairs better with a smoky eye than a really chiseled face and nude lips, in my opinion. Yo, you know what Kevyn Aucoin really got right? The sculpting powders, yo. Oh, hello, cheekbone. How are you? Now I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up the face. I'm going to go ahead and use the same exact brush, but I'm going to use a different product to bronze. This is my Bahama Mama bronzer. This is from the Balm. It isn't that expensive. This is, I believe, like 20 bucks. Still kind of pricey for a bronzer, but hey, I told you that this wasn't going to be a drugstore tutorial, guys. I warned y'all. Moving on to blush, I'm going to go ahead and use my Givenchy Prism blush. This is in the shade 04 RITE, and it is this guy right here. Kind of a perfect blush for this look. Okay, now moving on to highlight, I'm going to go back into my sculpting book and grab the Candlelight Powder Highlight, which is a very dainty highlight, guys. Very dainty. It's not like super gold and in your face. It's more on the, you know, natural kind of glowy side, but it does have like a champagne kind of undertone. I'm also going to go ahead and pop that into my inner corner. And now I'm going to go ahead and set all that using, again, my Skindinavia finishing spray. For my lips now, I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy. A very, very popular, like a cult favorite, a staple nude lipstick in my opinion. And no, MAC isn't the most expensive brand out there or most luxurious, but it's definitely a good one. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy into the center of my lips. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Molten Lips, I believe. Molten lip color, and I'm going to use the shade Cyber Opal. And I'm just going to pop this into the center of my lip. Alright guys, well that concludes this video, tutorial, whatever you wanted to take it as. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed it for what it was. It's just a fun makeup video, guys. It's really, makeup is fun. Makeup is art. Makeup is something that really at the end of the day shouldn't be taken too seriously. It is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful art form and it's marvelous. I love it. I love the power of makeup and everything that it entails and it means. I love it. But at the end of the day, it's something that washes off. You take it off at the end of the day and then you put it back on the next day if you so choose. It should never be something that should honestly be like the platform of controversy, in my opinion. If you guys are interested in any of these products, I will have them linked down below. But again, if you guys aren't interested in buying a $60 primer, you don't have to. Your girl still rolls with her $14 primer from NYX that she loves. Actually, it's only 14 bucks. I think it's like 10 bucks. And that's like my all-time favorite primer is 10 bucks, guys. And it's from NYX. It's the NYX Tea Tree Oil Skin Balance Elixir. You guys know that. Like, I'm still gonna roll with what I love regardless of the price point. And I've mentioned before, am I gonna mention luxury items on my channel? Yes, because I want to be very well rounded and give you guys a little bit of everything on my channel. A little bit of drugstore, a little bit of luxury, designer, high-end, weird stuff. You know, any of that. Like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you to provide for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next one. I love you guys. And thank you guys so much for all the love you've given me. Honestly, you guys are the fucking realest. And I love it. I love you guys. Bye.